A long, long time ago, when I was still young and child, I misbelieved or did not realize that I was trusting the wrong people, and I believed that the Chinese had actually attacked my country of America. And I did order the two cities nuked. Um, I'm not proud of this, like I say, but I did do it. And I did order leaflets and all kinds of things dropped and tried to get as many civilians out of the area as possible beforehand, but I doubt they did that. They probably just killed the people. Like I said, what I did would put me forever in the debt of China and Japan, basically, ordering those two cities nuked. And afterwards, like I said, at some other point, I was corrected by a Chinese or a Japanese. And a lot of the others started to get mad at him. I said, no, he can do that. Like I said, the Chinese and the Japanese can correct me anytime they want. Because of what I did and because of what happened, they, and that is another reason why I put them in control of my White Star Line fleet, basically, because I was wrong and I was lied to, and I did not realize what was going on at the time. Later on, I did apologize and I did try to make amends, you might say, and even say I was sorry in the best way that I could possibly say it, basically. So, and like I said, from then on, I would always and forever trust the Chinese and Japanese people. And like I say, I moved to make them a real country and give them full rights under in the United Nations and everywhere else. I tried to put them first, if anything, because they are a great race and culture. And like I said, I was wrong and they were right, and that's the way it was. So, but I do admit my full responsibility, and like I say, it was not, it was an error, and I had never made a mistake before then. But still, a lot of people died, and it was entirely my fault. Those two cities being bombed were me. Of course, certain people like John McCain wanted those cities to be bombed. So, in a way, they had already bombed them and then just wanted me to give the order. So, anyway, though, but still, I accepted full responsibility for it as a good, honorable person would do. As the American president, as who I am, Lusifer White Star Line, I admit that I did it. Like I say I would never, ever, 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 ever back down or not, or say I didn't do something when I did, and I did. And I was eternally apologetic, and tried and spent a great deal amount of money trying to rebuild Japan and China and repay my debt to them. Like I said, I owed them a debt, and so I did try the best I could. And at other times, I even said that China is Chinese and Japanese, and therefore they are always in control of their own government and their own country, and that there would be no outside intervention by either Britain nor any other country. They are solely their own responsibility, and therefore I would not tell them what to do, nor would anyone else as far as I was concerned. So, anyway, and I ordered my troops out, the American troops out of China and even Korea, and off their country, basically. And most of the troops did go, so anyway, and I ended the war and said, we are not at war, and that kind of stuff. And I was wrong. I admitted it. And I was very sorry for what I did. So, anyway, I was misled and misbelieved that they were taking action when they weren't. Years later, I would find out that it was not that Japan nor anyone had anything to do with what happened. So, and it was actually John McCain and certain people within the United States of America. So, anyway, but still, for the record, I was wrong. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. And I think I made amends. Like I say, I ordered a lot of stuff to be shipped to them, and ordered their whole town rebuilt, and spent a great deal of money and time trying to put back the damage that I had done. And I hope that I showed them that I was a good, honorable person, and that I was mistaken doing what I did. So, anyway, but, like I say, I'm not John McCain, and I'm not any of the other people. And when I make a mistake, I admit it. And when I do something, I say I did it. And I did. And it was a great, 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 great error and misjustice. Those are the only two cities. Like I say, I did not order the bombing of any German cities. I do not bomb cities. I had never bombed a city before then. And I shouldn't have bombed a city then. It was a mistake. And like I said, they can always correct me. From that day forward, they can always correct me, and I would always trust the Chinese and the Japanese most over anyone. Because I had been wrong in the past, and I shouldn't have done what I did. Anyway. So anyway, but me and them did do stuff, and I did lead them, and I did try and repay everything I did. So, and I do love them very dearly. And I accept whatever it was that may come because of my own actions. As I said, part of being an epic leader is admitting your mistakes. And unlike everyone else, I admit it. I say it. I just couldn't say it so publicly before. I tried, but certain people, I could have told you back in 1980 or so, my errors and mistakes. So anyway, I'm not afraid of who I am or what I did. Being a creator is a hard thing to do, and being a leader of a country is also equally hard. And you don't always know who you can trust or what's going on. And with such a big country or such a big planet, it gets really confusing. And I never suspected or thought that certain people would go so far to do what they did. Like, what they did was just, it was an outrageous amount of death and pain. As I said, they released Ebola, they released the Black Plague viruses. They tried to create an airborne virus that would actually infect large groups of people. Purposely. Not China, the United States. Congress, basically. John McCain, he didn't want anyone to know about his raping. Nor did a few other people. So, and JFK was one of the worst people that ever walked this earth. Along with Mr. Brown and a few others. But anyway, and in the end, they were really basically a civilian or civil group problem, really, because, they did do a lot of other horrible things. A lot of horrible things happened, but they weren't mine. And I had nothing to do with them. That all happened later on. But anyway, I did order those two cities nuked, and like I say, very shameful action. And that's why I say I would bow to the Chinese, the Japanese, anytime they want. They showed themselves to be superior. Anyway, I don't know. I hate that I did it, but it's too late. And I will forever live with what I did.